He can stop that because bigs aren't coming that far out on the perimeter to try and challenge that shot. He can get that shot all night.
18 points, 17 boards Monday night for Kaman. Kaman is 7th in the league, shooting 57.4%. Long two for the baseline. There's Murphy in the offside, rebounding the missed shot for Anthony. Carmelo not off to the hot start tonight that he was last night when he went 8 for 10 in the first quarter against New Orleans and scored 19 of his points. He had 29 for the game.
Boy, before the game, Carlisle raving about Anthony, and also before the game, Tyson Chandler said Anthony's the best player in the NBA right now with the way he's filling it up.
Ronnie Brewer for 3. Brewer had 13 against Dallas, tying a season high earlier this year.
Mark, and that's a guy that's really been making a difference for this Knicks team around the perimeter, really shooting the three well, and Scholarson gets all the way to the box.
Scores for Dallas, making it a 4-point game. Ronnie Brewer starting because Amari Stoudemire is out with the left knee surgery. The timetable 6 to 8 weeks for Stoudemire.
Boy, and on that last Collison drive, we saw what you're talking about, Harper. If you have to go out there and cover Kaman outside.
Lob to the rim, Mello to Tyson Chandler.
I've seen that a lot in this building, but if Tyson Chandler's got to go away from the basket, so when Collison beats his man, the shot blocker's not there. That's another benefit of Kaman's range.
Excellent points, yeah.
5 minutes gone by in New York. Off to a sizzling start and leading Dallas by 6. Double team on Chris Kaman. Got in a little trouble along the baseline. Now he's able to slip away from Chandler and then have it knocked out by New York with 4.4 remaining on the shot clock.
Well, Mark, he has to be a facilitator now because they're going to double him on the dribble. You see Carmelo Anthony attacking him as soon as he puts the ball on the floor. So have to anticipate that and look to move the ball to the open guy.
Marion throws it in, loops it out. Kidd is able to get there, and he finds Mello against Mayo. He's fouled and will shoot 2.
You really have to be decisive opposed to indecisive when Jason Kidd is on the floor because he's going to anticipate and come up with steals. Here you see him here, just anticipating that pass, gets out and transition for an easy basket.
He's very bloodhound. He can smell your indecision, and he pounces.
Decisive.
17th this year in steals, 1.8 a game, second all-time in NBA history. Time on the floor called by Dallas, who are down by 6 early on. And the Knicks fans are out because this is a good time to be a New York fan with the Knicks as the owners of not only the best record in the East, but the best record in the NBA. Here's tonight's Southwest Airlines standings. Looking at the East, New York is 8-1, Miami's 8-3. Brooklyn, although they did stumble last night on the road against the Lakers in Mike D'Antoni's first game on the bench, Brooklyn is 6-3, Milwaukee 6-3, Philly, Charlotte, Atlanta, and Boston round out the top 8 in the Eastern Conference.
And I had a little visit with Mike Woodson before the game, Mark, and he pointed right to the fact that they're defending. They've accepted the fact that they had to improve defensively, went out and got some decent defensive personnel. As a result, pretty solid defensive team, and they're winning because you know they can score the basketball.
The defensive numbers for New York with Carmelo Anthony on the line out of a timeout. New York's allowing 89 points a game. That's the best in the league. Their defensive field goal percentage, opponents are shooting 43%. That's the 6th best. They're also getting steals, which steals don't always add up to you being a good defensive team, but in this case, you certainly feel like Jason Kidd's presence is helping that. They're 7th in the league at almost 9 steals a game.
Well, when you get a steal, Mark, it's an extra possession for your basketball team, so surely that helps you.
1-2 for Carmelo Anthony. Drive and dunk. Sean Marion. Dallas down by 5.
That's a good call out of timeout that time by Coach Carlisle. Nice quick pick and roll. Defense couldn't react in time.
Mavericks come in at 6-6. New York is 8-1. They're 3-1 against West teams. Their only loss this year was last Friday night on the road at Memphis on the second night of a back-to-back as Melo drives and scores, and he's fouled by Dallas by Kaman.
That guy's playing just on such a high level right now in terms of scoring. He's just getting to the basket or dropping J's.
You see that quick pick and roll, Skin.
Yeah, Marion taking advantage of it. Here's going back the other way. That's just a strong drive, Harp. That's getting to the basket and making it happen.
Well, it's strong in the defense when you're playing against great offense. You have to be ready to defend. That time the defense a little bit late, which allowed Carmelo to get all the way to the rim and has an opportunity for and one.
came in out of the game. Just picked up a foul, and we see Elton Brand coming in. The first guy off the bench tonight for Dallas is Brand, who had started every game but the one game he missed for the birth of his daughter earlier this year. But tonight he comes in to the game in a bench role, and Troy Murphy moved into the starting lineup tonight.
Well, I'm not surprised because I think Coach Carlisle is still searching for the right combination of guys, Mark. And, you know, Murphy has played a couple of good games. Elton Brand has struggled a little bit offensively.
And there is a nice grab by Coach Rick Carlisle. He saw those New York uniforms, remembered that he played for New York about 25 years ago, and then displayed great hands catching that very errant pass by Marion.
Only problem, he was out of bounds.
Yeah. I thought he was trying to save Mark Stein's life. That pass was so out of bounds.
Certainly
It was making a beeline for Steiny, that's for sure.
The great Mark Stein.
J.R. Smith's gone in now for New York.
Find him early.
Another great three-point shooter. Chandler inside scores for the Knicks. Smith went in for Jason Kidd. Smith is third, right behind O.J. Mayo, who is second in three-point percentage. Smith's connecting 57% this year from downtown.
New York's defense paying a lot of attention to O.J. Mayo, Mark.
With good reason, the Mavericks' leading scorer at 22.4 points a game. Darren Collison with a shot fake. Probably had a shot, but he'll drive it in the pass behind Brand for a turnover. And the Mavericks find themselves committing their sixth first quarter turnover to none for New York and down by 10.
Well, that's a
misread there.
Well, a misread, and it's a disaster situation because Elton Brand was going to the glass to rebound in the basketball that time.
7 minutes in, and a slow start tonight for Dallas. Not shooting it poorly, they're just turning it over so much. Dallas gets a shot for making it. It made 5 out of 7. Problem is 6 turnovers.
That will come back to haunt you in any game, Mark.
And New York's already hit 3 3-pointers, by the way. Mayo rising over J.R. Smith, and that one splashes in O.J. Mayo's second hoop of the game.
Man, get that guy some shots, man, is all I'm saying. Give him the ball.
So impressed with him, guys. I mean, I knew he could score, but this has been just outstanding since he's been here.
11 out of 21 from the floor, scored 27 on Monday night. Mavericks flirt with another turnover.
Yeah, they need to quit with the cross-court passes. It's getting them in a lot of problems.
Offensively, you got to play with more force if you're Dallas.
Collison buries a 3, just a 6-1 this year. He missed 8 in a row. Started the year going 4 of 5, missed 8 straight threes. Made one Monday, makes one tonight.
He's pretty good, Mark, when he's decisive as a shooter.
Collison 3 of 4, 7 points. The Mavericks leader in scoring early on. Here's a move into the lane by Ronnie Brewer. Got to the basket. Tipped and missed by Chandler. And Brand finally secures the defensive board. And the Mavericks try to leak out into transition. Down by 7. Mayo launches a 3. Marion inside was able to fend off J.R. Smith for the board and the stick back.
Nobody does it like Sean Marion. He's always around the glass in that paint looking for offensive rebound opportunities. The Matrix doing a good job on that glass.
Since the Mavericks looked up and had that 6th turnover and were down by 10, they've got a little spurt here. 7-2 run by the Mavericks. And part of the 7-2 run, the middle basket was a 3-pointer by Darren Collison. And then just a moment ago, Marion snatches the rebound away from J.R. Smith. Back up and in. Dallas down by 5. 7th by a score of 104-94. And tonight they lead 23-18. Tonight's Cold Hard Fact was brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light. Monday night, O.J. Mayo scored all 11 Maverick points in overtime. The last player to score all of his team's points in an overtime period, Russell Westbrook for Oklahoma City, December 1st, 2010. He had enough gas in the tank to score 13 points in a third overtime that night for the Thunder.
He just continues to work as Dallas comes up with the steal.
And bad pass by Raymond Felton. Dominic Jones helped out defensively. Mavericks run the floor. And on the second try, they still don't cash in. Elton Brand able to come away with the ball. And then Murphy misses on a 3. It will sail out to Brand for another opportunity.
Well, you hate that they couldn't convert in transition, but at least they're giving themselves second chances here.
Now, 4th shot this trip down the floor. Runner, Mayo, count it with a foul on Novak, who just went in.
I'm going to push my tape again. Get that guy the basketball. Plain and simple. Just being aggressive. Here you see him splitting the defense. attacking.
Well, that's really good recognition, too. The second he sees Novak there, he just changes directions. Novak can't move with him.
Everything he does right now is so aggressive.
And shooting jumpers very, very well right now. He's taken more jump shots than anyone in the league so far. 118 jumpers this year for O.J. Mayo, but he's shooting almost 48% on his jump shots.
And he's mixing it up too, Mark. When guys come out and close out on him, he's putting it on the floor, making more things happen.
Double team on Melo. Pinched in the corner, finds Felton. Three is bricked, and a 9-0 Dallas run. They can build on it.
Nice defensive possession there.
Dominic Jones went in for Darren Collison a moment ago. A third straight game. We've seen Dominic Jones with the backup point guard spot into the paint. Jones with the basket.
And OJ is rubbing off on Dominic Jones as far as the aggressiveness that he's playing with.
If Dominic Jones plays 15 minutes tonight, it will put him at 500 minutes played for his NBA career. Still very inexperienced for a third-year guy. Turnover, scoop shot, O.J. Mayo, lead for Dallas at 24-23. They have rallied from an early 10-point deficit.
Hey, what's there not to like about the way they're playing right now? Good defense, transition offense.
Felton, no, and Chandler tipped the ball away. Thought that might have been in the cylinder, and it is still New York ball. It went out to Anthony.
They helped him right here.
Oh, O.J. Mayo, offensive foul. Melo got him, and Mayo took a shot. Melo with a foul. That's his first.
You see him he's up on Carmelo. He just tries to arm his way through. Here's another look at him, Mark.
You know, I don't know if that's a foul. It's just the ball got Mayo in the face.
No, that's a foul.
If he has any problems with his teeth, I know a great dentist. I've had a recent experience. Dallas up by one. Dominic Jones into the lane. Lost the ball. He got tipped back to him. Rasheed Wallace has gone in now for New York. Vince Carter is in for Dallas. They're posting up Elton Brand against Wallace. Deep three late in the shot clock. Vince Carter missed it, and Rasheed Wallace with the rebounds. Despite being out of the league for the last 2 years, I think Wallace has come in and is giving New York some quality play in a reserve role.
You better believe he is.
And you know what? It's not like his last year was good. He did not play well in Boston until the very, very end of that season. So I think it's pretty surprising what he's done.
Wallace makes the extra pass. Steve Novak trying to shoot his way out of a slump. He took 10 threes last night in New Orleans. I looked at that box score and must have thought, well, Novak's been in a slump, so he was going to shoot his way out of it last night.
Well, I guarantee you he's going to continue to shoot it, Mark. That's all he knows to do is shoot the basketball when he's open.
Novak only 9 of 31 from the floor over his last 4 games, but he buried that three. And then after a Dallas turnover, their 7th of the first quarter, an attack here by New York. And Dominic Jones commits a foul that will put J.R. Smith on the line, with New York up by 2 and 39 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
And the 3 perimeter guys that New York has on the floor now, Mark, you have to get your defense back and build that wall because these guys are always looking to push the basketball.
After his first DNP coach's decision this year, Jay Crowder is about to go into the game here for Dallas between these free throws. Smith hits the first of 2.
That's the situation where you always have to be ready, Mark. In spite of not getting minutes the last couple of nights, Rick calls on your number tonight. You better be ready to respond.
Yeah, didn't play against Golden State and only saw 6 first-half minutes against Cleveland on Saturday.
Yep.
It'll be interesting to see what happens matchup-wise, if he's going to be covering Carmelo, if it's going to be Vince covering Carmelo.
Well, Carmelo took him to school in New York,
yes,
that's for sure. He had a tough time guarding the experienced Carmelo Anthony.